Anyway, let's see what Asmon was saying. Asmongold speaks on Hassan's controversial Rick Scott clip that's going viral. Is it going viral? I haven't seen it on the timeline. What Rick Scott clip?
Advocating to kill an elected representative of the government.
Oh my god, I know what he's talking about. Oh my god, shut up. Shut up, dude. Imagine saying like, oh yeah, I'm independent, okay? I'm just calling balls and strikes and defending Rick Scott, you stupid bitch.
Government is not good no matter what, right? I mean, there's no other perspective to have. It doesn't matter what the perspective is. Like you
What a fucking bitch, dude. Honestly, what a little bitch to be like, oh, threatening violence against an elected official. I'm sorry, I'm a goddamn American. I'm a goddamn red-blooded American. That is my right. The tree of tyranny must be watered with the blood of tyrants, or however it goes. The tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants every now and then, okay? Shut the fuck up.
You can't say that. It's insane.
Fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott, okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott former governor.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Oh my god, he's not even listening. Like, first of all, does it go over like from the beginning? Okay, so he pauses at 5 seconds in and then goes to the take.
It's insane.
Oh, skips ahead.
Fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
All right, find me the original. Yeet posted it. Of course, Yeet posted it. Find me the original tweet. Oh, fuck. Gotta unblock this motherfucker.
There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid, just in fraud alone. No.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott, okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him a prominent part of the Republican Party.
There's about...
Yeah, like, oh my god. Oh, dude. Yeah, it's still cut. It's still cut together. Like, the take there, right, of if you gave a shit about, like, if you're actually concerned about, like, criminal fraud in Medicaid, then you would kill Rick Scott, is because Rick Scott damn near bankrupted the Republican Party and did the largest Medicaid fraud in history. Like, he would be given the death penalty. Oh my god, dude. And like, this is like, it's Yeet. They're a D-dick writer, but it's also Asmon saying this and doesn't know who the fuck Rick Scott is because his attachment to politics is whether or not there are enough big titty nymphets in his video game. What a jackass. You don't know shit. Motherfucker, there are dudes who have overseen torture, that have done torture, that are current elected representatives in the Republican Party. There are war criminals. Like, there's a motherfucker that, as a Christian, went to Israel and volunteered with the IDF as a Christian just because he loves killing Arab people that much. There's a dude who's currently the Secretary of Defense that has a Christian Sharia tattoo. Agree, but Assange should have worded it better? No. I'm sorry. Free speech. Okay? Free speech. It's a hyperbolic example of why they don't actually give a fuck about, Medicaid fraud. No, he's right. If Republicans cared, they'd fucking string him up. Yeah, they don't care.
Okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Totally indefensible. I'm shocked, honestly. Why can't you come right out against Hassan? Everybody always gets mad at me for that, but I'm literally doing that right now. Like, the thing is that it's so obviously a call to violence. It's so obviously
Oh my god, dude. Shut up. Shut up. Again, this is the difference between calls to violence or endorsements of violence and promises of violence. You have a fucking Nazi community, dude. That's a promise of violence. You're garnering a reactionary audience that wants to do violence to marginalized minority groups, and you're saying that they're valid in their hatred and frustrations with those groups. That's a promise of violence because it already happens. He's talking about a Republican rep and how the Republican Party doesn't give a fuck about fraud or like abusing the government coffers. And you're like, oh, it's such an obvious like call to violence. Shut the fuck up.
Not something that you should say. You're obviously wrong for saying it. There's no justification at all to say something like that.
There are 72 million Americans that are on Medicaid. I think it's like 42% of like childbirths are covered by Medicaid or use Medicaid in some form or fashion in paying their bills for having a child. Motherfuckers that try to take that away are killing people. It's self-defense at that point. Just get in. What did Hassan say? What did Hassan actually say, Chad? He was going over a clip of Michael Penis talking about how there's so much fraud in Medicaid, and said if you actually cared about, fraud and abuse in Medicaid, then you would be killing Rick Scott. Because the Republican Party are pro-death penalty. They are pro-capital punishment. And if they are supposedly so against it, if it's such a crime that they have to gut $880 billion from Medicaid, then they'd be calling for the death penalty for Rick Scott because he did the largest Medicaid fraud in history.
In any capacity. Like, that's it. Context matters. I don't see where the context for this would matter.
I just described what the context is and how it matters.
Yeah, he was addressing the U.S. government. What one could say means death penalty. Well, I don't know about that. How is it a call for violence? It's a joke.
Oh my god, like even his chat gets it. Even his chat gets it. You stupid bitch. Even the fucking groiper ass, like /, replacement for doing a Sieg Heil in your chat motherfuckers are like, I kind of get that it's a joke.
It's a joke. Would you tell that joke about Donald Trump?
Yes. Yes. Like, quite literally, yes. Take your pick. Gutting the EPA, gutting the USAID, gutting, CFPP, gutting the Department of Education, gutting Medicare, Medicaid, yes. Yes, I'm an American. I'm allowed to hate my president.
Would you tell the joke or not?
Yes. Like, bro, people forget this. His first operation that he oversaw as president in 2017, first military operation that he saw, killed an 8-year-old American girl. At that point, it was done. Like, that was within the first 100 days. He killed an 8-year-old American girl in a military operation that he oversaw directly. Like, the feds haven't already been called on from this post alone. Like, the feds haven't already been called from this post alone. If it was anything, we'd already have a different post to talk about. Here's the thing. The feds aren't going after people for these kinds of posts. They're not. Every now and then, you'll get a call from, cops or the feds asking you, about the post. Very, very, very rarely. The thing is, there's a reason why when a mass shooting happens, he was on our radar. Yeah, they watch it. They see it. They're aware of it. Do they take action on it? No. If they're not taking action on mass shooters who are clearly going to do a mass shooting, they're certainly not taking action on this. These fans are just fed lurkers, straight up. They're pretending to be ICE going after Chicago 11-year-olds who post shit? Yeah. So let me see. Is he saying, oh, Twitch needs to do something?
The reason why I'm saying if you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he, to this day, is still...
He repeats it.
Also known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, so he just, didn't listen. He just heard him say it again, and he just didn't listen to it.
What are we doing?
not listening, that's for sure.
What is this, bro? Are you kidding me? So the context makes it worse.
How? Genuinely, how? And this is entirely possible. Does he not know what Medicare is? I ask this sincerely / serious. Does he not know what Medicare is? And why gutting or doing Medicare fraud as an elected representative is really fucking bad, but he's quote-unquote pro-healthcare? Why the fuck is this dickless bedroom pisser judging the political knowledge of a multinational university graduate with specialties in political science? It's so fucking embarrassing that this idiot has a fucking audience at all. Well, not to do, like, appeals to authority or anything, right? Because, like, you can have a political science degree and that not be worth much. But this is someone who's, like, been doing political commentary for 10 plus years and clearly has... Even if you want to make the argument that, like, oh, seniority and, like, you know, having done it for a while doesn't really mean anything, but, like, you have to pick up a few things at certain points. Asmon is just, like, sitting in his attic, watching Donald Trump rallies going, yeah, that's pretty true. Oh, based. That's pretty true. Yeah, I agree. True. Like, that's the extent of his commentary. Like, I don't know, man. Offer some kind of salient critique. You know, pick up a thesaurus and use words other than, that's crazy. Like, does he know who Mike Johnson is? Does he know who Rick Scott is? Does he know what Medicare is? These are questions I would ask myself if I was in his audience. Don't be disingenuous. He also says Nazi W for book burning. He doesn't, but his audience does, which means that he's not that afraid of it. He uploaded a whole video on his YouTube.
Hassan clock glazing.
Okay, we'll take a look at it. But I want to see what the Asmongold thinks Twitch doesn't punish Hassan and company's behavior because they agree with him. What?
And also, like, I mean, this is, again, like, kind of illegal to begin with, right? Twitch agrees? Well,
no,
Twitch
it's not illegal, dude. It's not illegal. Freedom of speech, bitch. Like, straight up. If you can say that, you know, oh man, it's totally justified for a country to say they want to get things that are non-German out of their country and burn books, you know? Don't like it, but, oh, it was legal. I don't want to, like, misattribute this to Asmon, but didn't he have commentary about, like, running over protesters, or am I confusing him for another brain-lit political streamer? Am I confusing him for someone else? I don't want to, like, attribute that to him affirmatively and be incorrect here. I think that was Destiny. I know Destiny said that. He said that during the campus protest discussion. Oh, you're right! That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. He said W cops for shooting college protesters in the head with rubber bullets. Yeah, I forget. My bad. Sorry. There's so many dumbass motherfuckers who should not be talking about this shit because they don't know what they're talking about, you know, but want to garner a right-wing audience because you don't really have to try. You don't really have to put in any fucking effort. You know? You don't have to do this little thing that right-wing audiences can't stand. Try. Know what the fuck you're talking about, or be correct at any point. God damn, this shit's so fucking easy.